New diecast install. I tell you what, bro, 2005 was a long time ago. Here was Michael Waltrip's '05 NAPA Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again, back with another NASCAR Diecast review. Here we go, we got Michael Waltrip's 2005 NAPA Auto Parts Monte Carlo. Now, I said before that, look, the NASCAR Authentics reviews, I'll be honest with you guys, unfortunately, we're running out of those cars. I literally don't have really any Authentics to review, so I'm going to have to resort to the, the Winner Circle line, and that's kind of the new thing I wanted to talk about, is that moving forward, so the way that's going to work, because of course, if I'm getting every Gold Series card, I'm very blessed to be able to do that. Most of the cars in the NASCAR Authentics waves are Gold Series, right? So you only get a few of them that are actually going to be reviewed in the Authentics package, right? So that means moving forward, whenever we have an Authentics car, we're going to do that on the channel. But when we don't, we're going to be doing a Winner Circle. And if I don't have any of these, I'll do a Gold Series, probably a 2011 or 2012. This is really one of the smallest packages out there. And the way it stands is quite interesting. It just stands, right? It waddles like a little penguin. I mean, it's a here on the back end of this little box here. You got the winnercircle.com. Visit our new website. Back when website, look, if you had a website back in 2005, you were one cool cat. I tell you that. But yeah, this is definitely a paint scheme that I wanted to get for 2005. I have his 2004, and I have his 2001. I wanted that 05, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get this 2005 Michael Waltrip NAPA Auto Parts Monte Carlo out of the box. Alrighty, folks, brand new out of that package, and here it is. I mean, wow, this is mint, brand new out of the package, 2005 called, and guess what? They delivered a perfect looking diecast. I mean, you can even see the interior. It's still almost the same shade it was in 05. I mean, this thing is just... it is a time capsule. You know, if you go back to 2005, there was some pretty good music on the pop radios. I mean, if you just wait like 2 years later, guess what? Nickelback's being played on every single pop and rock station every 20 minutes with their famous song you probably already know. I tell you what, man, growing up in the mid-2000s and the early 2000s was fun. I will tell you that, man. Back before the cell phones took over the world and all that jazz, it was definitely a fun time to be alive and be a kid. So first off, you can see just that beautiful metallic blue paint job, and that's a real paint job, folks. That's not a BS paint job. That is some very fine metal flake right there. That's like an automotive grade paint job right there. That is beautiful. So you got the NAPA Auto Parts logo right there, perfectly centered. Got the red bow tie, which I still say to this day, they need to bring the hood bow ties back to the Camaros. Got Monte Carlo there, very nice. Love that Gen 4 nose. And, you know, when I think of this paint scheme, I think of the 2005 Spring Atlanta race with Carl Edwards and Jimmy Johnson, ironically enough. But this thing's absolutely beautiful, man. And, you know, in 2005, I tell you what, man, the kids out there nowadays that collect the cars, I tell you what, man, 2005 was, I mean, one of the best years of my life when you go back and look. Not only was my dog born that year, but it was just incredible, man. You could go to any store, any retail store, and there was NASCAR Diecast, whether it was a promo, whether it was a Gold Series car, whatever it was, Winner Circle, whether it was Hot Wheels, Racing Champions, Team Caliber, they had it all, man. And I tell you, it was a great time to be alive as a NASCAR Diecast collector. So you got Goodyear Gatorback, Clevite, Moog, Comp, Edelbrock, JE, Wix air filters. And of course, you got Sunoco there. I mean, and then over here to the left side of this diecast, and I mean, just look at that reflection, just brand new, perfect clear coat. I mean, my God, is that beautiful. And this is a throwback, man. And unfortunately, 2005 was the final year for Michael Waltrip's stint at DEI, unfortunately. I mean, he won 2 Daytona 500s, a Talladega race, and a Pepsi 400. Say what you want to say about Michael Waltrip, but he took one of the worst NASCAR careers ever, won 2 Daytona 500s, pretty much started Toyota in NASCAR, the Waltrip brothers. Of course, you know, Waltrip with his own cup team. Sure, you know, MWR never won a 500, never won a championship. I tell you what, man, MWR was a fun team to cheer for. Unfortunately, it all fell apart that Richmond race. So you got Michael Waltrip's signature there. You got whatever that logo is. You got Champion, Coca-Cola, NAPA Auto Care. Obviously, the logos are a little bit more pixelated. Again, this is 2005 technology we're talking about with a 2016 era camera, right? So it picks up a lot of this stuff. EarnhardtIncorporated.com, NAPA Auto Parts. The NAPA logo is a little bit blurry, a little bit pixelated. You got Oreo there. You got Martin something. I don't know what that is. Domino's Pizza. You got Safety Clean there, and whatever that little K is there. You got NASCAR Nextel Cup Series. You got NASCAR Race Car Mobile 1 MB&A, 3M EA Sports, Holly Mechanics World, Jessel, McDonald's Powerade, the Bootleg Pole Award logo. And you got Gillette Mach 3. That's an interesting contingency. I've never seen that one before. NAPA Auto Parts at the back end with a beautiful red bow tie there. Best Western on the left side. And you got the little 15 right there on the right side. Look at those beautiful ducktail spoilers. I freaking love it, bro. Chase Elliott. I don't know what they're going to have to do, but they got to do a Michael Waltrip throw. You cannot tell me that they can't do a Michael Waltrip throwback. There is got to be some loophole. Whether it's Michael Waltrip himself, Dale Earnhardt Jr., I don't know what they got to do, okay? I don't know what they got to do. There's got to be a loophole to get Chase Elliott to be able to drive one of these paint schemes. I tell you what, you run this paint scheme at Darlington, I'm going to be buying the 164, and I'm going to go nuts over it, I tell you. And then over here to the 15 on the roof. I mean, just beautiful, man. I mean, that was nostalgia. That's nostalgia right there, the number 15. And, you know, growing up in the mid to early 2000s, I don't remember a whole lot of it. I remember Michael Waltrip flipping at Daytona. I remember getting the 2004 Michael Waltrip diecast for my birthday in 2004. I remember getting the Oreos Dale Earnhardt Jr. Busch car. I remember those things. And it's funny how in those days we took all that for granted, right? We took it all for granted. We thought NASCAR was going to continue to grow in popularity. And instead, it fell from an elevator from the 6,000th floor, right? And I tell you what, I go back and I think about those days, and I tell you, man, I just get lost in nostalgia when I see these paint schemes. It's just, these things are truly work of art, man. And to think that every store had this, it didn't matter if it was Toys R Us, Target, whatever, you could go anywhere and you could pick up a NASCAR diecast from Winter Circle. You want to go to the Dollar General, you can get, well, the Racing Champions line. You go to your local gas station, you're going to have promo diecast. I mean, I remember I went to freaking Ace Hardware back in the 2000s, and they had Truck Series diecast for sale. I kid you not. And then over here to the back end, you got world's largest hotel chain, bestwestern.com. Can't say I've ever stayed at a Best Western, I don't think. I personally prefer Holiday Inn because it's a good rate, you know, it's a good economic rate. And they got some pretty good hotels. And that brings me to my next point, is that the hotel up in, where is that little racetrack? Right there, Fort Worth, Texas. I tell you what, that Holiday Inn there was very, very nice, and I absolutely would love to stay there again. I tell you what, I hope to God we can go to the Fall Texas race, because literally they're running the Texas race tomorrow, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little bit emotional about that. But yeah, it's gonna be the first time the Cup Series Cats are gonna be up there at Fort Worth, and I'm not gonna be there. Oof, that's tough. That's tough. But I'm hoping we can go back there for the fall. And 2005 was the first year, I believe, for the double Texas date. You know, the spring date and then the fall date. So that's pretty interesting. I freaking missed the racetrack. But here's a little bit of a flashback to the 2005 NASCAR Cup Series schedule. I mean, who in their freaking mind would have thought how different the schedule would be in 2020? This is back when they actually put magnets. Yeah, magnets on the hoods. In my opinion, Michael Waltrip is a very underrated driver. I don't think people realize that when he got his call at DEI, he was already in the late portion of his career. He was a late bloomer, right? And even though he stayed only from 2001 to 2005 at DEI, He accomplished 2 Daytona 500s, and I tell you what, some people have driven 30 years of NASCAR, and they couldn't even win a cup race. Okay, folks, thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me which one of these cars y'all want me to review next week. I got a 2010 Dale Jr. National Guard, 2010 DuPont Jeff Gordon. I got a 2009 DeWalt Matt Kenseth. I got a lot of different Winner's Circle cars I can review. It's going to be a COT most likely. Wait, hold up. We're going to have Wave 3 next weekend, so stay tuned for that. Diecast Buffet. Like, comment, and subscribe. Signing off.